be a Whitman yesterday, and of course again today for the practice here this morning. But Wayne Gretzky is at center ice, and again we look high overhead. Walt Poddubny takes the face-off to open up this second period for the Prince of Wales Conference. Here's Mike Ridley and Rick Tocchet as his wingers, and this is Ridley from Washington across the line. Tocchet goes to the front of the net, the drive right on. Tocchet looking for a rebound after Fuhr had made the save, and it's cleared from back of the net. Duchene to Robitaille, then to Gretzky. See him turning at center ice, setting up the play with a pass to Steve Duchene. Now to Jari Kurri in front to Duchene, and it went by him. Robinson plays one off Robitaille. Gretzky can't set it up for Kurri, and the Wales Conference dumps it down the ice. Talented number 28, Steve Duchene, one of the leaders in plus-minus. Outstanding defensive year with Los Angeles, offensive year as well. Now Kurri is given the puck to Kevin Lowe. Oh, the Edmonton Oilers is checked by Scott Stevens of the Washington Caps. Centering pass is tipped to the blue line. Now comes outside the line where Paul Reinhart picks it up. Reinhart, who began his career with the Atlanta Flames and moved to Calgary with that franchise. It's brought in now by Lemieux. Centers one. It went off. Neely got a couple of whacks at it. Fuhr blocked it, then it deflected up in the air and is picked up by Kurri. Reinhart back of his own goal. It comes out in front down to Lowe and on to Wayne Gretzky. Using the boards to put it into center ice. Housley takes over. Neely is out on one side of this forward line. Again, Brown and Lemieux, his other wingers. This is Luc Robitaille. Sets it up. Mullen was there, but Scott Stevens broke up the pass. Stevens, who hasn't had an all-star type season thus far, worked it into center. Here's Nieuwendyk to Messier. Now to Joey Mullen, and the play is offside at the blue line. So the second period opens up much like the first period. Wide open hockey in this all-star game. Face-off coming just outside the Wales Conference blue line. Glenn Sather has sent Mark Messier to take the face-off. Bobby Smith from the Montreal Canadiens on the draw for the Wales Conference. Played it back into the zone. Coffey receiving it from Bourque. Gives it right back to Raymond Bourque. Norris Trophy winner put it on the stick of Paul Reinhart. Reinhart from Vancouver to Gary Suter. Suter with his head up, looking around. His pass went off Kevin Dineen, and here's Smith sending Mike McPhee over the line. He got turned around by Suter. McPhee plays it back to the net. Comes to the corner and recovered there by Joey Mullen. Lead pass to Messier is tipped by Bourque. Right back to Sean Burke. Up the boards off Joey Mullen. Reinhart pinches in. Got the puck to Mullen. 2-on-1. Mullen to Nieuwendyk. Oh, and a stop again. The big guy, Burke, was down, but he blocked the puck. Messier to Nieuwendyk as he goes back of the net to Mullen, who had fallen back at his skates. To Messier to Joey Mullen. The shot blocked in front. Bobby Smith doing a fine defensive job. Now the Wales Conference over the line. McPhee's drop pass held at the line by Bobby Smith. Messier got him turned around. The puck goes to Mike McPhee. In a little deeper to Kevin Dineen. Dineen in his second All-Star game peels off the boards with it. And it's intercepted. Joey Mullen with it. The kid from Hell's Kitchen had it turned over, however, and Coffey dropped it back. This is Robinson bringing it to center ice. Out of LaFontaine, dropped it. Oh, the booming shot off Fuhr. Good shot. Off the stick of Kevin Dineen. Now Suter is checked back to the net. LaFontaine sets it up. Oh, they score! The defenseman, Glenn Wesley.
Wow, he moved in that slot area, the danger area. We've had some great offensive plays, but this one here, young Wesley, you'll see him come in here, only a second-year man, his first All-Star game. Of course, he plays with Ray Bourque. He gets right in that slot area, one times it, no chance for Fuhr. He made two fine saves before this one, but the pass came right out in front, and Wesley smelled the play coming all the way and put it right in over Fuhr. Great wrist shot.
Came blowing in from the blue line, and there is Glenn Wesley scoring at 3:16 of the second period. Wesley, 20 years of age, prior to being drafted by the Boston Bruins, was voted the best defenseman in the Western Junior Hockey League. Wales Conference over the line again, led by Mcclane on that rush. Puck held in, LaFontaine to Mullen. LaFontaine in after it. It's picked off by Manson of the Blackhawks. Dave Manson around to Dino Ciccarelli. Out to Steve Yzerman at center. Yzerman had it knocked off his stick by LaFontaine. Out in front, Ciccarelli's shot is deflected. Yzerman comes out of the corner with it. Chased back by Robinson. It's centered out in front. Back to the blue line. Ellett with a the drive. Into the pads of Burke. It squirts loose. And now covered by Burke. Yzerman was right there trying to knock it away from him. But Sean Burke makes the save, and the Wheels Conference leads 3-2.
See the value of Sean Burke, the big goaltender, able to stand tall and really perfect position right now out at the edge of the crease. He's got traffic in front of him. He's able to go down. He sort of feels the puck. It was Dino Ciccarelli that nearly jammed it in. And Steve Yzerman, really the victim maybe of a quick whistle just about on the rebound.
Now they get the draw back to the Campbell Conference point. Dave Manson shot blocked, however, and Walt Dubney brings it to center ice. Quebec Nordique to Phil Housley for a shot. Glove save, and Fuhrer will hold it. It's a face-off. Here's Housley. Ripped one off the right side.
What a save on Dave Manson of Chicago Blackhawks. 2 goals in his first 161 NHL games. 16 goals in his last 54. A good play here as Housley loves to jump up. This is a good game for a guy like Phil Housley. Joins plays in regular play, and he's able to move up here. Gets a lot on it as Fuhrer made a real good glove save.
Why did he ever? Now from the face-off to Shane, back of his own goal. The Los Angeles King defenseman was checked, and Dubney just shot one wide after being set up by Rick Tocchet. This is to Shane again. Lets it high, bounces, and skitters back into the far zone. Housley there for the Wales Conference. The Buffalo Sabres defenseman has given it to Scott Stevens. Now up to Rick Tocchet from the Philadelphia Flyers. Tocchet got it across the line. Fuhrer steers it to the corner, and a delayed offside is called. We're 4.5 minutes into the second period. You look at Brett Hull.
Well, Bobby Hull played in a few of these games, his father, and I guess when you look at probably Gordie Howe and Mark Howe would be another 2. I don't know of other father-son combinations. I'm trying to read. My mind was racking the other day trying to figure who might have played in the game, and now we've got the 2 Mullen brothers against each other.
Yes, we do. And Brian Mullen is the first on the board with a point at this All-Star game as Brett Hull comes down the left side. Moving up to join him on the play, Carson, but he couldn't get the puck in time. Here's Housley. Housley pulling it away from Carson. It hit Brett Hull, and Scott Stevens recovers. Heard Sean Burke telling Stevens that there was a man on him. The pass to Mike Ridley, then to Walt Dubney. That puck tipped into the corner. Brings that back to the net. Tocchet is bumped. Here's Brett Hull. Oh, the right-handed shooting winger comes over center ice. Across the blue line, stick handled neatly around Coffey. Goes in with a centering pass. That deflected wide of the net. Good setup on the play as they tried to find a man open in front. Did, but Lemelin couldn't get the shot away. This is Bork. Puts it back to the net. Bork goes to the front of the goal. The pass didn't arrive. Tocchet chasing it. It's knocked away from him. Lemelin has it at center ice. The Toronto Maple Leafs representative, who started his career as a defenseman, stick handles in, then is checked at the last second. Ray Bork with a pass. Deflected into the center ice zone, and here's Mario Lemieux. Sets it up for Brown. Back to Lemieux, and it's intercepted. What a play by Gary Suter. Out of Lemelin. Back to Suter. The Calgary Flames defenseman is over the line. Puts on the brakes. Gretzky is starting in on right wing. The puck back to Reinhart. Centers. That's deflected off Bork and well up into the seats. Let's pause for a regional break. You're watching the 40th NHL All-Star Game on Sports Channel. You're looking at Wayne Gretzky getting ready for a face-off. This is not his first All-Star Game in this arena. There was another one here in the World Hockey Association. The date, January of 1979. Look at his teammate. Guy we were talking about earlier, Gordie Howe.
The next year, Howe went back to Detroit in 1980 for his last appearance as an All-Star and got an assist on the 6-goal, 6-4 win for his team.
Just over 10 years ago, they were teammates in an All-Star game here at the Northlands Coliseum. Gordie is here watching the game. Wayne is playing as Curry's shot is scooped up and held by Sean Burke, and he has held it long enough to get a face-off. You were telling me a story, as you look at Gary Curry, a story about a contest that's going on in New Haven?
Yes, we understand there's a contest. If you play well for the New Haven Nighthawks, the farm team of the Kings in Los Angeles, you get a couple of weeks in Los Angeles, you go to Disneyland, you get to play with Wayne Gretzky, so what a thrill. 4 guys have done it already.
Well, Gary Curry was a constant with Wayne Gretzky here, but yes, Wayne has had a series of wingers in L.A. Is that true, Scotty?
I don't think so.
Cute story, though. The The puck has been cleared down the ice, and Reinhart will go back for it, taking it from Grant Fuhr. 3-2, the Wales Conference leading the Campbell Conference. Wayne Gretzky for the Campbell Conference. Giving it to Reinhart, now to Jari Kurri. Kurri across the line, back to Reinhart, goes in a little deeper with it. Centered one. That went through the skates of Robitaille, is picked up by Kurri. Gretzky on the deck out in the center ice zone. Out come the Wales Conference. Robinson with a pass to Neely. Shoots one. Pass saved by Fuhr. This is Suter playing it up to the center ice zone. Robitaille went rink wide. Picked up now by Kurri. To Gretzky. Gretzky centering pass is tipped back to Suter. Suter draws the crowd. Neely knocks it away from him. Now Kurri slaps it to the corner. There's Gretzky back to the net. He centers, and Burke makes the save. Great opportunity for Robitaille, set up by 99, but Sean Burke denies the chance.
Rob Brown and Mario Lemieux gambled and went out in the neutral zone to make it actually a 3-on-2, and they were gambling the puck might get out. That's what you get in All-Star games, and a pretty good scoring chances. Paul Reinhart getting a shot with some good players and having a great season with the Canucks. Kept it in initially, and boy, that bang-bang play just about went in.
Again, a look at Sean Burke from the Canadian Olympic team to the New Jersey Devils to the Stanley Cup playoffs and all the way to the semifinals before being eliminated in the 7th game last spring by the Boston Bruins. Nieuwendyk to Messier, trying to set up Joey Mullen, who'd gone to the front of the net. Here's Mike McPhee to Bobby Smith. Being tipped it back to Smith, coming over the line on right wing, and it's broken up at that point. This is Dave Ellett of the Winnipeg Jets, hitting it around to Dave Manson. Back to Ellett. Ellett out of Bowling Green University in Cleveland has moved it into center ice, and Nieuwendyk tips it in. Goes in after it. Stevens bumps him heavily. But there's Messier out to Joey Mullen. A backhander, he scores!
A happy Joe Mullen. In his first All-Star game, scoring his first All-Star goal after the pass from Messier. Mullen knows where to camp, right in front, and he was able to go from his forehand to his backhand so quickly and fooled the goalie. Watch this Mullen now. You see, he can't make it on his forehand, goes over the stick of the defender, Housley, and puts it in on the backhand after the pass from behind the net by Messier.
Well, it's an outstanding story about the Mullen brothers in the New York Daily News a week or so ago. Now they were coached by Tom Horvath, a construction worker. Both Mullen brothers. Tom, a construction worker and volunteer hockey coach, gets all the credit for these Mullen boys. And jury tuned into Sports Channel America tonight as you just saw McPhee rip one. Comes out in front. And McPhee had the stick knocked out of his hands, but Fuhr has covered the puck and held on to it. Let's pause for a regional break. You're watching the 40th NHL All-Star Game on Sports Channel America. Over top of the net, over the shoulder of Grant Fuhr, there's Dino Ciccarelli. Yzerman is in the face-off circle, set to take the draw against the New York Islanders, Pat LaFontaine. Yzerman pulled the draw back to Duchene, then to Kevin Lowe. Out to Yzerman at center, it went off his stick. Turned back by Coffey to LaFontaine, returned it to Coffey, and then to Bourque. What a combination. Coffey and Bourque. Ciccarelli in forechecking. Here's Coffey with the puck. Played it around to the right side. LaFontaine tipped it off low, and it'll go the length of the ice. There will be no icing. On that tying goal, Joe Mullen from Messier and Nieuwendyk is the scoring at the 7:57 mark of the second period. Wales Conference holding it in. Here's Paul Coffey as two teammates out in front, centered off LaFontaine's stick. This is Brian Mullen with a shot. Glove save, blocking glove. If Fuhr got in front of that. Now John Mcclane centers. Mullen can't get the stick away from Yzerman, and it's cleared into the corner. Bernie Nichols puts it on Yzerman's stick. Now to Dino Ciccarelli. Across the line, backhanded it toward the corner. That's Raymond Bourque playing it rink wide. Out comes John Mcclane. The Devils, Mcclane centers one that hit low. Picked up by Brian Mullen. He and Ciccarelli on the end boards. Mullen got knocked down. The puck is cleared around the right wing for Bernie Nichols. He gets checked. LaFontaine puts it back in the goal. Here's Brian Mullen. Mullen checked by Lowe. Now Nichols centers for Duchene, and he starts the play from his own zone. Ciccarelli and Yzerman move up ahead. Duchene over the line. Checked by Bourque. Ray Bork. Burke telling him he has a little time. The pass up the middle will go the length of the ice, wide of Grant Fuhr. And that'll be an icing call against the Wales Conference All-Stars.
Just about halfway in this game, I think we might see a goalie change, although it's been 10:02 to go. No motion from the benches, and really jigged the record for goals. Yes, we'll have the goalie change, and the record for goals by both teams in an All-Star game, 13. We're at the halfway point, just about. We've had 6, so that could be challenged tonight. Great performance by both Burke and Fuhr, maybe to hold it to 3-3.
Yes, could well be. You see the starting goaltender, Sean Burke, for the Wales Conference, going to the bench. Grant Fuhr is down on the other bench, and the congratulations being extended to Sean Burke. And now, it'll be Reggie Lemelin and Mike Vernon. You're looking at Mike Vernon with a 2.70 goals against average this season for the Calgary Flames.
Leads the league with 26 wins as well, and had 39 a year ago. Fuhr had 40, but the advantage these two might have is they may be able to talk, they have maybe been able to talk their teammates into saying, play a little better defense in the last half of this game, because they sat out the first half.
Reggie Lemelin getting an opportunity to warm up. He's 34 years of age now, 5'11" and 170 pounds. This game is tied 3-3.
CCM 651 Tax, the only skate with vacuform, heat molded to the exact shape of your foot. The only skate with heel lace, dual lacing that locks in perfect fit to transmit your power and control directly where you need it most, right into your game. 651 Tax by CCM. Turn on the power.
Midway through the second period of the 40th All-Star Game with the score tied at 3-3. The last 2 All-Star Games have gone to overtime. 3 of the last 4 All-Star Games have been decided by a single goal. Quite naturally, that includes the last 2. I think the last year at St. Louis. In overtime, it was Mario Lemieux the winner. And it's still quiet in the concourse as everybody is in the seats. They've been treated to a dandy. Curry and Gretzky have scored tonight. Mark Messier has set up a goal. Joey Mullen of Calgary has scored. And there are a lot of people from Calgary up here tonight taking in this game, Scotty.
Sure, they're looking forward to the playoffs. The Calgary Flames on a tear. A lot of pressure on their team. And I was kidding Terry Crisp this morning, coaching the Flames. I said, you know, Terry, if you're not in this game next year, you may not be behind that bench. And he said, I don't want to take that kind of pressure from an ex-coach. I was just kidding, of course. Flames have had a great season. And Reggie Lemelin, a former Calgary Flame, you know, he recently went through a very tough month, hardly won a game, but he had only had a 2.8 average during that month. Bruins were injured, now they got their players back.
A lot of criticism when the announcement was made that he would be coming to the All-Star Game. People pointing the finger at Terry O'Reilly and saying why. Andy Moog has played better, but it's an opportunity for Lemelin. Maybe his last chance, and he'll be tested by Hull, and he's equal to the test. Brett Hull cut right in. The first stop by Reggie Lemelin. And here's Mike McPhee playing it around the board. Suter chases it. Tocchet picks him up. The Philadelphia Flyer forward moves in, forcing him back to the net, then knocks him down. Tocchet gets the puck. Centered one off the stick of Mike Ridley. Reinhart moves it out through center ice. Carson to Hull. Back to Jimmy Carson. Carson played it off the back of the net, and the puck is played now to right wing for Brett Hull. Podubny stepped in front of him. Suter from the blue line. That sailed wide. Ends up here on the right wing. Manson took the man, and the puck squirts loose for Walt Podubny. The former New York Ranger, now with his 4th team. That's the Quebec Nordiques. Checked as he tried to go to the line, and here's Manson. Went to the left side to Suter. Played it off Jimmy Carson's stick. Scott Stevens has it. Stevens up to Lemieux. Back to Stevens. The play broken up. 2-on-1 play developing. Hull has it. Lehman to the front of the net. There's the pass, and Lehman can't pull the trigger. Lemelin out to challenge, and now the puck goes back to the net for Robinson. Up around the boards to Lemieux. Went rink wide for Brown and knocks it out of the air. Rob Brown of the Penguins to Mario Lemieux. The right side to Neely. Ellett knocked it off his stick and goes back in the net. There's Jari Kurri. He plays one up the boards, but not out. This is Paul Coffey. Kurri tried to knock it away and succeeded. Kurri turns sharply on Rob Brown and starts out with the puck. Robitaille and Gretzky move up to join it, making it 3-on-3 as the puck was dumped in. Now Coffey finds an opening, credited to Brown. Lemieux, he's checked at the blue line. Brown has it. It's Manson who put the check on Lemieux. They can't get back over the line. This is Luc Robitaille. Jari Kurri with him. Robitaille to the backhand, and Coffey knocked it off his stick. Kurri lost it back of the goal. Here's Paul Coffey. Breaking pass intercepted by Wayne Gretzky to Luc Robitaille to Jari Kurri, and he couldn't make it lie down. Robitaille with it again. Centers. Tipped away from Kurri. Drops it back to Lowe. His shot went wide. Coffey has it. Paul Coffey played it up the wing for Lemieux. On to Brown. Brown in his second NHL season got checked, and here's Kurri with Gretzky all by himself. Gretzky a booming shot. Lemelin the save. Coffey picks it up back of his own goal. Out to Rob Brown. Brown and Lemieux still out there. The long pass to Neely on left wing. He shoots. Blocked and cleared by Vernon. Ends up at center ice, and Coffey will go back for it. Gretzky and Robitaille had both been up for checking. Now Coffey plays one off Housley. Gretzky tried to tip it back in. Housley brings it over the line. Drop pass to Brown. That's knocked loose. And Wesley has it at center ice. We have a 3-3 tie late in the second period. Here's Mullen. This is Joey Mullen to Mark Messier. Trying to go around Kevin Dineen. The centering effort was blocked by Wesley, the young Bruins defenseman. Now the puck at center ice. Here's Steve Duchene. To Mullen. Joey Mullen's pass was blocked by Bob Smith. Smith, the former Minnesota North Star, checked in that zone. Now Duchene trying to hold it in. It's cleared off Mike McPhee. Duchene has it again at center ice. Steps over the line. Got the puck to Mullen. He's checked. There's a delayed penalty here. Referee Ron Hogarth calling only the second penalty of this 40th annual All-Star Game. And the score is tied 3-3. There's Raymond Bourque on the penalty bench. Tripping call at the 13:44 mark. Earlier, Messier had a penalty, and Reggie Lemelin tested as soon as he came into the net, Scotty.
And now he makes a good save on Gretzky. He's allowed to wind up on a turnover. Kurri slipped it up, and Gretzky wanted to get it higher. He likes to put him up high on those kind of shots from about 20 feet, but he didn't get enough on it. Lemelin had a good angle.
Lemelin has been tested. Mike Vernon has made one save, and you think back, if you will, to 1986 when Calgary eliminated Edmonton in the playoffs. The two goalkeepers for Calgary in that series, Mike Vernon and Reggie Lemelin, here they are on the ice together. One for the Prince of Wales Conference All-Stars, the other, of course, Mike Vernon for the Campbell Conference. But a power play here for the Campbell Conference. But Bobby Smith is killing it off along with Mike McPhee, Robinson, and Stevens. Got it down the ice. We set up the power play for you for the White Clan Campbell Conference All-Stars, and it's Kurri, Gretzky, and Robitaille up front with Reinhardt and Suter. Suter rushed the puck to center, then shot it in. Lemelin cuts it off, and it goes to Scott Stevens. Up the boards, right to Suter. Plays it rink wide to number 99. Giving it to Robitaille. Back to Gretzky. Robinson reaches in, knocked the puck loose, and went right to Reinhardt. Now to Suter. Tried to set up Robitaille, but a heads-up play by Bobby Smith blocked that. Robinson moves it to right wing. Cleared out into the center ice zone, and up comes Gretzky. Robitaille trying to catch up. Gretzky, what a move! Holds the puck. Backhand shot is blocked by Lemelin. Gretzky centers one to the side of the net. This is Robitaille. Back to Reinhardt. The Vancouver defenseman gave it to Suter. Through Robitaille and into Gretzky. Gretzky centers, loose puck, and the Wales Conference can't clear it out. Kurri just took it away from Mullen. It's played along the board, skips away from Reinhardt, and back goes Gary Suter. Bourque still in the penalty box. Long pass out by Suter to Robitaille, now to Yzerman, across to Ciccarelli of the North Stars, to Yzerman for a booming shot that was wide. Centered again, this time by Ciccarelli, but the Wales Conference has killed off the penalty, and Podubny comes down right wing. Walt Podubny trying to center one to Bourque. He's checked. The puck goes back to the net for Dave Ellett. Now up to Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli over the line with Steve Yzerman. Ciccarelli goes in a little deeper, got Stevens, and he is checked. The puck goes to Podubny. Right side to Brown. Brown centers. Mcclane with a shot, and he fired it high and wide. John Mcclane of the New Jersey Devils. And out at center, it's Yzerman playing it rink wide to Bernie Nichols. Nichols weaving his way in, trying to pull it away from the check of Mcclane. It comes loose. And this is Mario Lemieux. Lemieux over the line on left wing, trying to get in around the check of Duchene. Drops it back for Housley. Housley centers. Here's Neely for a shot. Blocked by Duchene. Neely puts it back in the net. Lemieux wheels one toward the front of the goal. That's denied. Now Lemieux centers it again, but Nichols is there. Nichols trying to get Cicerelli loose. The puck goes to center. It's recovered by Housley. Just over 3 minutes to play in the second period. Housley across the line, cutting to left wing. The Buffalo defenseman had it blocked by Duchene. Now from back of the goal, Rob Brown, a backhander, was denied. Here's Stevens with a shot. That hit Housley. Duchene reached in to take it away from Lemieux. Spots Yzerman. He's across the line, cutting to left wing. He's given it to Cicerelli, to Nichols, and he couldn't reach the loose puck. Centered again, on the score! Yzerman!
All kinds of pressure by the Wales Conference. Then, all of a sudden, the Campbell Conference comes up. I think Steve Duchene is the one on the side to throw it across. But watch, here's a defenseman up there, and finally Yzerman in the slot area before Lemelin could even move, puts it right under him. Boy, oh boy, and a lot of pressure from the Lemieux line. Finally Yzerman, the one chance in the slot area.
And you talk about good hands. Does Yzerman have them? Man, oh man. Duchene, as Scotty called it, the man who set it up. Dave Yzerman scoring from Duchene and Cicerelli at 17:21 of the second period. So the Campbell Conference up by a score of 4-3, and they make it 5-3. Gary Lemelin of the Toronto Maple Leafs cuts in and beats Reggie Lemelin.
The defense have had to back up most of the night on this one here. Lemelin goes right at the net. Watch Lemelin now. He'll just go right straight for your net. And finally the pass comes across and he gets through the defense. They stood up. Once again, Lemelin left alone. 2 quick goals, though, on a good play by Lemelin as he goes to the net.
Lemelin will turn 25 this month. As we told you earlier, started his hockey career as a defenseman. Had 30 goals last year, his best offensive season. And he has just made it 5-3, favor of the Campbell Conference. 2 goals, 14 seconds apart. This is a Campbell Conference city, of course, the city of Edmonton, and certainly a pro-Campbell Conference crowd. And now McPhee centers, and Vernon makes a sliding save off Ray Bourque.
Real good pass, though, from Jimmy Carson to set up Lemelin. As Lemelin went to that net, the puck was right on his stick, and he put it in.
You're looking at the 21 National Hockey League coaches. And earlier this month, we asked all of the coaches to respond to a 17-question poll. And we will have the results of those questions all tallied up for you in a feature on our second intermission, asking the coaches about the most difficult arena to play in, the loudest arena, who the best players are, who's the fastest, who's the best man in the corners, questions of that nature. And that'll be coming up on our second intermission. It's 5-3, the Campbell Conference.
Like the one they asked Harry Neal where he liked to play. So we've tried to play at home, we've tried to play on the road. We have to find another place to play because you can't run either place.
That was when he was coaching where? Vancouver? Always has the lines, doesn't he, Harry Neal? This is Mike McPhee. Gave it to Bobby Smith, who dumped it in. McPhee in after it now, picked up by Gary Suter. Newendijk of the Flames, last year's Rookie of the Year, working on Bobby Smith. The puck goes loose. Joey Mullen clears the zone. Raymond Bourque chases the puck. Messier streaming in, forced Bourque to go back in the net. Now to Bobby Smith. Right side to Paul Coffey. Coffey is over the line. Centered it deeply to McPhee. A backhander just wide. McPhee got whacked as he went to shoot it, and now Duchene feeds it to Coffey. Coffey to Duchene. Put it right on. Vernon the save, and there's no further play. Let's join our colleague somewhere here at the Coliseum, Gary Thorne.
Sean Burke, have fun tonight?
Yeah, it was great out there, you know. A little scary at times. There's a lot of offense going on out there. A lot of guys flying all over the place, but that was enjoyable out there, you know, my first time, and I'd definitely come back if I could.
Yeah, rubbing elbows with these guys isn't a bad time, huh?
No, it's a good time, you know. I mean, they got a lot of, we got all the superstars in the league here, a lot of the best players, and a bunch of great guys here, though. You know, everybody's just going out working hard, trying to win, but having a good time.
Okay, Sean Burke, starting goaltender. Back upstairs, Jigsy.
Yep, fun is the name of the game. All right, thanks, Gary. 5-3, the Campbell Conference on top now. Walt Podubny brings the Wales Conference over the line with a shot that was wide. Messier took it off the boards, now feeds Joey Mullen. Mullen around the check, feeds it back. There's Dave Ellett, got in too deep. Joey Mullen centers one off Messier's stick. Wales Conference overleading Podubny was Wesley. Dave Manson, who played his junior hockey in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Now a Chicago Blackhawk. Bad pass picked off. Here's a chance. Podubny couldn't get a shot off. Went back to the net. Goes to Luke Robitaille, and the Campbell Conference starts out. Robitaille through center ice, pulled it around Tocchet, gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky for a drive. That's what off Stevens. Gretzky has it again. Put it to the back of the net. 16 seconds left in the period. It's centered out in front, but away from Curry as Robitaille made a great play out of the corner. Mullen. Ian Mullen checking Duchene at center ice. Here's Robitaille. Gretzky moving up with him. Drop pass. Comes outside the line as Stevens went right to Gretzky, and there's the siren ending the second period. And again, we have a wide open period of hockey, but we also see some excellent goaltending on the part of both the starters and the people who've come on in relief.
And what makes this game so important, I think, the defensemen. Each team in the National League has about 1 or 2 offensive defensemen. In this game, both teams have 6. And you see that the defensemen are in on most responses.